And cyber threats, they can be catastrophic for businesses and individuals, causing disruptions in essential services and breaches of national security secrets. So what are cyber threats and what can we do about them? Well, let's turn to the Senior Vice President for Cyber, Space, and National Security Policy at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Chris Roberti, for insights on how to combat cyber threat issues faced by businesses and individuals. Thank you so much for waking up with us.
Thanks for having me, Maggie.
So what would you say businesses need to know about current cybersecurity threats?
Well, businesses need to know that the threats are real, that the actors perpetrating them are sophisticated and very persistent, and that the threats are pervasive. So no company, large or small, is immune from being targeted, and anonymity is not a defense.
Scary, very scary. So what are the most persistent cyber threats for businesses and individuals, would you say?
Sure. I'll start with a general number, which is pretty staggering, is that we're seeing an increase of 15% year on year in cyber crime, and that some estimates that by 2025, the total losses from cybercrime globally could reach upwards of $10.5 trillion. So that gives you a sense of how big it is. Though what is it? What we're seeing mostly, two things. One is ransomware, which many of us are familiar with. Over the last couple of years, there's been some highly publicized ransomware attacks. And what that is a successful cyber breach where the attackers would encrypt an organization's data and then hold that data for ransom and demand a payment in exchange for releasing that data. Those types of attacks can be debilitating. They can put small companies out of business, and they can take upwards of months to fully recover. The second type of attack that we see, which is very effective and devastating, is called business email compromise. That's where the actor gets inside your systems, observes how companies interact, how they operate, and then would generate a fraudulent payment request to a fake vendor, essentially robbing the company from the inside without them knowing about it, usually till after the fact. So that type business email compromise in 2021 was responsible for over $2 billion worth of losses. So those things together are very big, but there's also IP theft, theft of data, espionage, and destructive attacks. So there's a whole range of issues out there.
So what can we do to defend ourselves?
Right. So it's not all doom and gloom. Companies and individuals can take some steps to make themselves a harder target and prevent these things from happening in the first place. So first, companies should be enabling multi-factor authentication across their networks. So that's not just a password, but it's a password plus something else. Secondly, they should be changing passwords, and individuals doing the same. Change your passwords frequently, every couple of months. Don't have the same password for every account that you have. Have different passwords, make them complex. Companies should also be backing up their data regularly and encrypting it so that if something bad were to happen, they have a copy. And then another thing they should be doing is downloading patches, making sure that their computers, their systems are up to date. And then finally, they should be building relationships with the local FBI or representative from the U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency within the Department of Homeland Security. So knowing who to call when something happens is much better than trying to figure out who to call in the middle of a crisis.
Well, thank you so much for your time and shedding light on this very important matter. We appreciate you.
Thank you.